Avoidant exes can regret breaking up with you if you go into no contact with them. I'm Coach Pearl, relationship coach. Let's get into it. So there's this big misconception that if your ex has an avoidant attachment style, they can't regret breaking up with you, because people seem to think that avoidants don't have emotions, when in reality, avoidants, of course, still have emotions. It's just an attachment style. And so just because an avoidant struggles a lot communicating their emotions or understanding their emotions in many cases, it doesn't mean that they don't feel those emotions. So avoidant exes can still miss you during no contact and regret it. Here's why. So when you go into no contact with an avoidant ex, you're essentially giving them all the time and space and independence that your avoidant ex needs and wants. And so what ends up happening is, if an avoidant ex is able to see that you're able to live your own life without them, you're able to be okay without them, you're able to give them time and space alone, then you can become the type of person that they can be looking for in a relationship. The one thing avoidants love is having their independence and time alone. And so if an avoidant ex broke up with you, there's a good chance that a lot of the issues may have arisen from this whole avoidant anxious attachment style dynamic, where an avoidant ex isn't good at expressing their needs or communicating what they're looking for or giving you the affection you're looking for. And then that makes the person with the anxious attachment style even more anxious. And then it leads to issues and fights. But the one thing that avoidants love is having their alone time and their space. So when you go into no contact, you're revamping the way that an ex is able to see you, because your ex is able to realize that you're not necessarily just always going to be needing their attention. You're not always going to be codependent. You're not always going to need everything from them. You're able to live your own life and do your own things as well and be happy on your own as well. And this isn't to say that it is bad to be dependent on your partner. It's just not good to be codependent. Now, another thing that's really good about going into no contact with avoidance is you're giving them all of the time and space to process their emotions and feelings, and for all of the distractions that they can have to wear off. In order for an avoidant ex to miss you, they're going to need to go through a long list of distractions, and they're going to have to try to move on from you and to fail. So when you give your avoidant ex time and space and no contact, you're giving them all of the time and space to go through a ton of distractions and to realize that they're not able to move on from you, and that's when they're able to come back. But remember that avoidant exes have a much harder time processing their emotions, so it can take a lot longer for those exes to come back and to actually miss you. So don't just ever wait around for an ex. You always have to put your healing in first priority, and regardless, it's once you start healing, letting go, and moving on